There we are.
Some some cool music, I don't know. Barbie Girl, something similar.
How to get free music. Um,
Oh yeah, you'd have to
RuneScape
use
music
free
remix.
shit.
You reckon I can use the old school RuneScape lo-fi hip hop chill beats to scape to?
Yeah, probably. I don't really know how copyright works on the YouTube live streams. I think with YouTube it's only if the other people report it. I don't think it's automated like it is on Twitch.
Well, maybe the stream will get shut down.
Early night.
Hello, Joe. Hello, Nerd. Hello, Peter Matthews. Hello, I'm Jordan.
Oh, we're already going. Let's have a look.
We're going.
I'll watch your stream, turn it right down.
Rick in the house. We got Noah. What's up? What's up? Tim Jordan. I'm Jordan and Tim Jordan. I see. How's the music level? Is that all good compared to Discord and my voice and whatnot? Not related.
I'm just checking it now. The music level's not too bad compared to your voice. It's quite good.
Very good. You start in exactly 10 minutes? Yes. We'll start in 10 minutes. We're just chilling for a while. So it looks like Fofum is glitching out shooting somebody.
Is there someone there?
No, there's no one there, just shooting into the ground. Which is great.
How do you teleport around like that? Can I do that?
You can't. No, it's an owner thing.
I can teleport you. I can teleport using the world map. That one
Yeah.
works.
This one's my little command called colon Speedy. Makes me go speedy.
So I can open the
Very
world
handy.
map and just double click anywhere and teleport around like that, but
You can.
that's not quite the same.
It's not. No. Should go have a walk around Lumbridge while we wait.
That's
Uh,
it. Try and get
very
yourself to
confirmed.
Lumbridge without using the world map.
Oh, I know that.
Cheating.
LA 3200, 3200, easy. This is
No,
my
no, no. You
go-to
got to do it
spot.
without using the world map. You just got to go for everything.
Yeah, use the command, bro.
Cheats. That same command you use to increase your drop rate. Winter's new custom area that looks very similar to Lumbridge, but he built this one himself.
Yeah, I did this by hand actually. That's why I was up so late last night. I was not playing Diablo 4.
Yeah.
I was creating
I'm just
Bridgeland.
gonna go grab a drink. Won't be a second.
Yeah. Mm. Toddy here. What's this? Planning to be able to de-iron. Yeah, that will be a thing eventually. In time. What I was wondering is if you would need to, you know how in OSRS you gotta wait like 7 days or something for it to lock in? Oh, that's if you choose to be permanent. I don't know. I don't remember the exact mechanics, but do you think that that would be necessary to stop people from, like, I don't know. I feel like if you make it too easy to de-iron, then people are going to complain when they de-iron. Well, I was just reading the dialogue. Now
They'll ask to re-iron.
Yeah.
You cannot re-iron now. I didn't mean to press it.
Oh my god, rage de-ironing on failed crafts. Holy shit, can you imagine?
Guarantee it.
Yeah, get rid of them irons. Yep. Give them 3 chances to say yes. Yeah. I don't know if you guys have seen it, but speaking of giving 3 chances to say yes, I don't know if you've seen the dialogue here.
Oh yeah, it's the slowest dialogue in the world. You gotta read so much of it. It's like, I want this, and this. Let's close this game down, and I will load up. Rest these questions. No, to be fair, I think we can get through all these questions. Might close the form now, though, because I've just had 2 more get sent in.
Are they good questions?
Yeah, not bad.
By the way, Winter, I'm level 44. What the fuck? Have you not slept? You're 44? What?
Oh, is that the guy in Diablo, wasn't it?
Yeah. Jesus. Do you intend to focus more on quality of life or content in the next couple of updates? I guess I can start answering questions ahead of time. We've got 5 minutes till we officially get going.
Once in the chat, I guess, yeah.
Yeah. Do I intend to focus more on quality of life? I take everything and I try to think what is the most important thing right now. Oftentimes that's not what the most important thing is to the single player who has an issue with something, but I try to have a holistic view of all of the things that need doing, and the impact that it would have on the entire server. We'll go into more detail into particulars soon. Oh, yo, I gotta let Saya in 1 sec. Permission.
Yeah, if he just goes into any voice chat, I'll pull him in.
Alright.
Oh, there he is.
Alright, cool.
There you go.
Hey.
I made it.
Hey, there he is. Do we have a price guided or maybe global history to what things are going for? Yes, actually.
There is a price guide.
Yeah, if you look in the guides, I think it's in guides.
Yeah.
We've got, where is it? August price guide. I'll link it in the YouTube chat. And it actually is based off of the real Trading Post data. And we just update it every now and then. So it's about time that I gave her a new database full of data.
Mm-hmm. Who's it that makes it? Is that Liz or whatever her name is?
Yeah, it's Liz.
Yeah. All these people in this chat, and only 2 people have liked
it. What the fuck?
That's rude.
The stream. I'll go like it on my other account.
So I'll quickly buy you a like bot.
Yeah, thank you.
Don't even know if that would be that easy to do.
Yeah, I have no idea. Damn, you search August RSPS on YouTube and you get a bunch of shit. That's cool. Very cool.
I think our best video was made yesterday.
Oh yeah. I'm hyped. I've seen it. Surely it gets dropped soon, right? Surely.
I hope it does.
Are you outside? It sounds like you're driving.
But I'm trying to get to somewhere where I can pull over. I might be driving.
As long as you're doing it safely, that's all that matters.
Oh my god.
What's safe?
Oh
Hey,
my.
wait.
You stop that.
Wait, I want to see this.
Oh, one sec. I
Hey.
got you.
You closed it.
Car drives itself. That's
I
true.
got you.
Look at him with his.
Oh, you got. Look at you with your Tesla. I thought it was, and I saw the little picture.
Yeah, it'll drive itself. Let's see. Now it's driving itself.
Oh, you've got the
It's
pride. You got the pride flag on the floor.
The pride flag. Where the? Oh, I'm there.
Yeah.
That's Rainbow Road.
Anyway, let's not record yourself driving on. Oh, no, it wasn't. It wasn't on the stream, was it? We're just,
No.
we're just
Just
searching on you.
Saya has a Tesla? Yeah, he does. It's beautiful.
What Tesla have you got?
I have a Model 3 Performance.
Oh, nice.
You know what? One of the things that makes me happiest since launch, I haven't seen a single fucking hobgoblin walking over the water. Not one.
There's a few hobgoblins dancing with people every now and then.
There should be less of that now after the update. Well, there should be none of it
Yeah.
in theory. Let me Wooks walk in. Damn.
I'm just gonna keep following you around, to be honest. It's like my Inferno axe I made. Oh wait, it disappeared. Oh no, there you
Is that Inferno?
made this Inferno
Oh, it
axe.
is.
Yeah.
Did you get the smoldering stone?
Well, it's funny because I bought a smoldering stone of some for 20 mil, made the Inferno axe, and it doubled. So then
Oh.
I broke apart one Inferno axe to resell the smoldering stone, but it hasn't sold yet.
Yeah, nice.
Anyone in chat want to buy a smoldering stone?
Yeah. Hey.
He uses to advertise with trading posts. Saw someone doubled up on a pair of Onyx legs today. Lucky guys.
Damn. Yeah, I've seen. It's like I think people were generally pretty afraid of how that change is going to end up with the reduction to doubling at higher levels, but I think you still see a lot of doubling of high tier item, which is like,
Oh yeah.
it's good. It just, a lot more balanced now.
If anything, too much. Don't go mad.
Yeah. Okay, I'm gonna nerf it to the ground. No, I'm just kidding. All right. Well, welcome
0.1%.
everyone. I guess we got 12 people in the chat. Hello, thanks for coming. 8:32. Well, I don't know what time it is for you, but welcome. Thanks for everyone putting the questions into the little forum. We got Joey and we got Saya who are going to be asking the questions. They'll be taking turns. We'll just be having a bit of a casual chat, to be honest. And I'll do my best to answer them. If I can't answer them, one of them can be on the hook to answer it. We'll see how we go. I'll just be running around, having a look at what's going. Maybe I'll spawn some bosses in the background, and we can get going. If you want, who's gonna? Any opening words, you two?
No. Oh, you throw me on the spot now. We got a lot of questions to go through. but we'll crack on.
Yeah. We gotta cut it off hard at the hour because I didn't realize there was a birthday breakfast that I'm committed to. So can't go any later than that.
And did you want me to quickly put a message on Discord to make sure people haven't forgot?
Yep. Chuck a link to the live stream, that'd be good. And if you're in the YouTube chat, we will do our best to keep track of the questions, but sorry if we missed them. We'll be going by a spreadsheet for the most part.
Yeah, I think at first it's going to be all spreadsheet, and maybe if we do it quick enough, we'll then open a load of questions to the chat. Probably the easiest way.
Ermi says that he'll take over the answering when I'm gone. Alright, very good.
Cool. We're sorted then. Should we go? Should we just log out?
Yeah. Alright, Ermi,
Ermi's
take
got
over.
it. We're done.
You want to get started, Joey?
Yeah. The first question. It's not really a question, but I mean, I'm sure you can figure out an answer for it. It just says Runelite, Runelite, Runelite.
Interesting. Were there question marks on that or not?
Yeah, one question mark, but the question mark was also in brackets, so I'm not sure why that's bracketed, but yeah.
Alright.
I'm guessing he means, is there going to be a Runelite?
Yeah, definitely there's going to be a Runelite. Some background information that you might be interested in. We're running a version of Old School RuneScape from, I think it's like fucking September 2019 or something. Something around there. On a really old version. And over the past couple of years that I've been developing this, I've done a lot of changes that make it not so straightforward to take on RuneLite because of what I've done to the client. So the plan is, at some point in the future, it'll be polled again. It has been polled already. It didn't beat achievements, which I agree with. I'd say that achievements are a bit more important. And what I'll do is a double banger where I update the version of RuneScape that we're using. So that, ooh, Alva's got an ethereal war sphere, nice. I'll update the version of RuneScape that we're using so that we have, you know, like, hey, we've got the TOA models, we've got, you know, Nyx, blah blah blah, everything that's everything new, and bring RuneLite with it because it'll be a lot easier to do it once I've done that. So exact date doesn't exist, but that's the game plan.
Am I right in saying it's quite awkward as well for you at the minute to introduce a lot of new items because of the older version of RuneScape? Like that new magic gear you put in, you had to go find the separate models, didn't you?
Yeah, it is a bit cumbersome. I had to, yeah, I got a newer version of the cache. I had to like get in there, find all of the definitions of the item, export the models, re-import them, reconfigure the items in August, and blah 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 blah. But you know, and it's a lot easier than creating new models for new items. So I'll take that fucking any day. You know.
Someone said in chat, this is related to the RuneLite, it's only really the item drops and overlays they want. Is that something that's doable without RuneLite or not really?
Yes, but probably it would be like a 9 out of 10 ball ache, if that's any indication of
I understand it.
yeah, effort versus value.
You might as well just wait for RuneLite.
Exactly. Yeah. You want to jump inside?
Joey, will you send me the questions? I can't find them. I'm searching.
What I'll do, I'll send you the questions, and then they're all on in row numbers. So we'll just let me know what number you're doing, and I'll just do the one after.
Perfect.
Oh, you messaged me, my bad.
Oh, you're good, man.
Hopefully you can see these with that message.
I'll take a couple of questions from the chat while you're getting it up.
I got.
How are you getting around copyright or actions by Jagex to shut the server down? Well, I don't really think I have a leg to stand on if Jagex comes against me, to be honest. So, I mean, I'm doing my best to be original. If we become a bloody $1 million server where we're an actual threat to Jagex, where they would actually look at us, then that's a problem that I'm gonna have to look into. But for now, we're just, you know, I'm a small town boy working on a little game that they don't give a shit about.
Has that ever been an issue with any private servers? Do you know?
I believe Soul Split.
Only really, really, really big ones.
Is it Dodine or whatever you call it? Didn't that have an issue at like early stages when that was one of the biggest ones? And if you remember that one.
I don't remember that one personally, but yeah, there have been some issues, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Awesome. Well, I have the next question. Does pineapple go on pizza?
Well, I mean, you know, sometimes I make some updates and I get some riots in the chat. I feel like this is in the realm of riot-inducing stuff coming out of my mouth. I would say...
Might be better not answering this one.
Yeah. I'm team pineapple on pizza. Although...
Right, I'm leaving the chat, right? I'll see you later.
Shit. I wouldn't really go out of my way to get pineapple, like ham pineapple. What is it? Hawaiian pizza. So I think there's so many better pizzas than that, but I'm not against it if it's like, you know, served up at a fucking party or a conference or whatever. I'll take a bite.
I'm glad to know that Hawaiian pizza's made it to New Zealand.
Yeah.
Hawaii's all over the place.
We have that here, yeah.
So, did you want to ask another one? Because that was a bit of a...
Yeah. Let's see.
Wait, are you team pineapple or not, Saya? I know Joey's not, by the sounds of it.
I actually don't mind it. I don't actually mind it, to be honest.
I'm team food. If it's edible, I'm gonna fucking eat it. I'm hungry.
Just in general.
In general, if it's out, it's in. I'm eating it. So the next question is more of a game one, and it's what's the first holiday event planned, if there are any, and how will it be structured in terms of progress, catch-up mechanisms for newer players, XP bonuses, limited items, etc.
Fuck, that's a lot of words.
It's a lot of words.
Do you have a plan for the holidays?
Plan for the
Short on it.
holidays. Well, let me show you a little something, a little secret command that all of you can do. If you type in : global NPC drops, you'll see some things that are familiar, the crystal keys. You'll see the mystery boxes that you see people getting, PvP armor and whatnot. Sorry, I just need to spawn the Heimlich again.
Yeah, I want to come join the Heimlich grind. I'm coming over.
And if you scroll down a bit more, you'll see that we've got global drops for the holidays. See, the reason I did it this way, and I'm not locked into this, is I kind of liked, I don't know, maybe it's just like the, you know, nostalgic Dylan, but you know, the old school, like when they actually released these things and everyone would just kill everything and there would be a chance to get these. I think that's how it worked, right? You know, 2003, 2004 kind of time. Sorry, spawning again. I think that would be cool, although I would like to take some time and do an actual event. But I wonder, like, do people actually like the old school RuneScape events? You know, it's like almost a quest. You gotta go through a bunch of dialogue and do all this stuff. Or do you just want the holiday items and a chance to get like discontinued stuff? That would be the question I pose to the community. What do you two think?
I quite like the thought of there being like a rare chance to get it somehow. Whether it's a, like you say, like a little quest event that they then get like a mystery box and a chance of any item. I'm not saying have to donate for it, but just like a little event that they get a free box and they have a chance at it. I don't know. It's hard, isn't it? Because it's whether people care about other items or if they just want to be able to like buy one.
I agree with that. I think having them in the global drop table is awesome because in December, someone's going to get a party hat and there's only going to be a few of them because we don't hit it a lot. But when it does happen, it'll be such a big, amazing item for you to have. Like, I'll be jealous.
Yeah, like that cosmetic mystery box that we've already got could just be updated to have them in over the special holidays or have them in all the time and just a super, super rare chance. I know people love the Fashionscape and getting cool stuff and getting the cool party hats and Halloween masks, things like that.
True. Yeah, it could
And-
be a... Oh yeah, go.
I know on my end, spoiler alert, with voting is one thing we want to do is make more cosmetic items in there for you guys. So there's more fashionscape and there's more just things that people want to wear. Some maybe be custom party hats and some might be custom H-Weens or whatever it might be. So there will be some in game and it'll be cool to see.
You know what? In all my years of RuneScape, I've never heard somebody say H-Ween out loud. And it
I was gonna say that.
really caught me by
Halloween
surprise.
mask.
That's how we all read it, but no one says it.
H-Ween.
Oh, it's just so much faster.
Oh my. And so there's some other stuff in there about, okay, in terms of progression, catch-up mechanics for newer players, XP bonuses, limited items. I'm not entirely sure what is meant by catch-up mechanics for newer players. I'm not going to be doing a thing where all... You know how RuneScape 3 did their... I don't know what it was called, but they Fresh Start Worlds. And they did a thing where your accounts get carried over to the main game, where you progress fast as fuck on the Fresh Start World. You know, it's an event, you progress really fast, and then you get to keep your account in the main game. I'm kind of not a fan of that, especially, you get so much value out of prestiging. It would devalue the fuck out of masochists. I don't think I'd really be touching XP rates because it's a really sensitive part of the game where, I don't want to devalue people's achievements for grinding fucking hard on their mesos or whatever account they're playing, except for Normie, because they suck.
Right.
Thanks. That hurts.
Yeah, Sai is a Normie.
Because you get it in quite a lot of MMOs, don't you? I think WoW does it and other things when you make a new account and it opens your account straight up to a higher level, so you're not miles behind all your friends. I think it kind of, especially in a game where, let's be honest, it doesn't take that long to max on an account that isn't a meso, obviously. I don't feel like we need an XP buff for new players. I think it's already quick enough. Within a week, you could pretty much max most accounts, except the one slow one I won't talk about anymore because I don't like it.
And before $100 to get a maxed account. Oh.
Yeah. That's a spoiler. We were talking about that yesterday.
I'll take a question from the chat real quick. I don't know if it's already... I'll take this one because I'm pretty sure it's not in the spreadsheet. As a Kiwi, have you / do you play Path of Exile? No. Yes, I have played it, but I do not play it regularly. It kind of, I don't know. I never got to a point where I felt like I was having a lot of impact. I kind of finished the campaign and then got bored. But I'm incredibly proud of the Kiwi game studio. I think businesses in New Zealand, it's good to see people doing good shit in New Zealand because a lot of people leave and go to Australia for better pay and whatnot. So it's good that it's in New Zealand. Love it.
We need to go over a question.
Yeah.
I think we know the answer to this one, but are there any plans for a mobile app in the future?
So, are there any plans for it?
Yeah. Oh, and sorry, I didn't read it fully. I was fighting Hunlef. It says, are there any plans for a mobile app in the works? If so, would you like a developer for it? I can help.
Would I like a developer to help with it? This is hard. Yes. If we decide to go into that direction. I suspect that it's more complex than just getting a new client out there that people can use. Because I'm going to have to make, all the interfaces mobile friendly. There's a standard game frame right now and the changes that I've done to it. But how is that going to look on mobile? It will probably take not just an upfront effort of creating the mobile app, but ongoing effort maintaining the interfaces, and making new ones will become more complex. So I'd like to. This is probably something that I would poll, and if there actually was a huge amount of desire for it, then it would have to be weighed up because that's a lot of effort to sign yourself up for.
I was thinking as well, just making a mobile app and obviously having to do almost everything in the game different. does that not technically mean most updates are going to take almost twice as long as well for you to code, because you're going to have to make sure it's coded properly for both versions? I don't know.
It'll take longer to test, yes, because you would have to test on mobile. You know, for some of the changes, some of them we can be pretty sure that it's gonna work, right? Like, you know, I've programmed Hunlef to fight in a certain way. That wouldn't really be something that I guess you would test on mobile for balance, but you wouldn't be testing for like, hey, does this work on mobile? Because the game behind it would still work.
Okay, I just wondered, that's all. So, do you want to go over a question, or do you want me to throw another one in?
Up to you. I'm good with whatever. I can go. I have one right in front of me.
Yeah.
The question is, and this kind of pertains to what we've been talking about, is will there be new donation items in the store?
Yes. I have every intention to make the store have things that people want to buy. The hard thing is knowing what to put in there, how good they are, and you know how to balance the new things, if there are new things, which there will be, against the existing stuff. You know, it's the hardest thing about running this game is balance, and I'm sure you will. Holy fuck! Did that just drop 3 ethereal flails?
Oh, I got one. Yeah.
So balance would be hard, but yes, we're talking about it in the background, you know, as of this week, or a bit earlier. So there will be changes. It would be good to hear from. Oh fuck! Correct a high. It'd be good to hear from people and see what they think would be good. No guarantees that it'll make it in though. Did you have
That's
any
exactly what I was.
comments, Aya? Yeah.
Yeah, that's exactly what I was gonna say. Is I'd love to hear from the community, like what items do you guys want to see and what would make you excited. Of course, I think quality of life items are something that we could look into, but again, we don't want it to be a pay-to-win game. Like, I think that's the one thing that sets us so much apart from all the custom servers that we've all played, is you can't just get in and be in-game unless you sell someone a bond, of course, and buy items from them. But even then, you got to get the levels. Like, we love that about it. It's hard.
Yeah, you gotta really maintain that feeling of value for your time, you know? You can look at somebody and you can tell they earned that, you know? You can see somebody in the raid gear and you're like, okay, you've gone and you've grinded the fuck out of the raid to get that, or you've paid a lot of money to somebody who has. And so it has value. And it's something I wanna maintain.
Something I was going to say, I've heard a lot. I think someone said, someone in the chat, I think was one of the ones that said it to me, actually, I told you yesterday. People feel at the minute they can only donate a certain amount until there's really nothing else they can put money into, and people want to help support it, but if they've got nothing to kind of buy back, if that makes sense, and they'll slow down. But like we said, that's like one of the main conversations at the minute. We're trying to make sure nothing is just broken and just lets people buy their way into good gear. But it would be soon, I think, that one.
Yeah. And also the donator areas, there's a lot of chat about how that can be expanded as well. So it'll be, you know, you'll be rewarded more for supporting the server, and not just what you can buy from the shop, but also what you get access to. But again, that's a hard balance. So we're taking the time that it needs to do it properly.
Alright, I'll go with one quick. Sorry, I'm just dodging Tarn. Are you planning on expanding upon the prestige system, such as adding higher prestiges?
Fuck, that's interesting.
It's another balance thing, isn't it? With like the Masso's already getting them extra levels, like.
Yeah, I'd like to think that there is some way that we haven't thought about yet, to do it without necessarily just increasing the numbers. Because the hard thing about it is that they're so tightly coupled with the classes themselves, right? You know, Masochist having the prestige cap of 10 and whatnot. So I would think that expansion on prestiges would instead be maybe like one thing you could do which I've kind of thought about, is, you know, it's not just a level requirement to craft things or gather things or whatever, but also like, hey, this new armor is prestige 2 level 110 required. You know, that would be one way to add more value to the prestige. Maybe put it at the higher ones, I don't know. Don't take that and riot about it. It's something I just made up on the spot. But I guess to answer the core question, are there plans to expand on prestiging? Yes. Well, plans? No. Is there a desire to? Yes, because eventually they will need to be expanded. Exactly how that would be done is yet to be fleshed out, but I think we can come up with some good ideas.
I think one idea we've thrown around a lot, even we've had this one open to the whole community, is that I think you've mentioned it, is once you prestige, every prestige you get some kind of point or token. It doesn't have to be a like physical item. Then that can be used to unlock certain things. That's kind of like an expansion, I guess.
Yeah, I think that would be a really good thing to do. I kind of been slacking on getting. I know that there's been a lot of desire for the ability to equip an item without the level requirement to make prestiging a bit better. I think we've made that a little bit better by adding more variety of items, right? So you got your Warhammer that only requires strength, for example, so you can prestige your attack without needing to go back to a fucking bronze sword. Yeah.
Between that and the rapier, you can kind of do strength and attack, can't you? Because one requires one requires the other, so it kind of helps with the whole prestige in each one.
Yeah.
I agree. So our next question is, do you have any plans to expand the team, as in beta testers or devs, to help you handle bigger updates in the future?
Plans, yes. Beta testers, so I don't know if you've seen or heard, but there are people doing beta testing on a beta world. It's very limited right now because I'm not really able to restrict the access other than, hey, promise me that you're not going to leak this client to people. So, you know, I'm giving it to people that I trust, but eventually, like, what I've already got set, well, what I've already promised to the Olympian members is beta access. So one of the things I'm going to do is make it so that if you so that you can log into the beta world if you have an account on the main game with the Olympian membership. Just, you know, that kind of sweetens the deal for the Olympian members, is you get access to the content before everybody else. More than that, adding other beta testers, yes. It's definitely something that we need, definitely something that I want. Just need to do it the right way. Expanding the team, more developers. Yes, I'm actually so the thing that makes this not so simple is, I mean, you've probably seen the dozens of source code leaks in the RuneScape private server community, right? It is all too easy for somebody to take the server, if you give them access, save it on their own machine, ghost you, and then release it themselves, right? And right now, the code of the server is my most valuable thing. It's been a project I've been working on for a long time, and so I'm holding it close to myself. You know, only the people that I really, really, really trust. I do have a friend who I work with IRL. He's really good. He's going to be helping me out with some things. So slowly but surely we'll expand. But for now, you know, I'm just trying to do the best thing where we don't end up with a fucking August 2 being released, or, you know, they call it September. You know, the new owner, spring. Oh wow, look at that. We don't want that. But yes, I'm well aware of myself being a bottleneck for new content. That being said, we are growing the team a lot. You know, we're getting more supports and mods. We've got Saya here helping with our marketing, which has been really helpful. I've been working with a guy, I don't know if you've seen the sneak peeks in Discord, but he's fucking amazing at 3D modeling. You know, particularly in the format that RSPSs can use, so that's great. So, you know, we've got some new in-game weapons coming in there. You can see the Hydra Claws, you can see the really slow mole that explodes when you hit things. So that's a big time save, so things should be coming out a bit quicker. Also, as the server kind of stabilizes, you know, a lot of the bugs get fixed, then there can be a lot more time dedicated to new content instead of fixing existing content. All of these things should add up. TLDR, yes, there are plans for more help, and there are plans for more content. Does that answer the question?
I would think
Good
so.
answer.
It's awesome.
Mhm.
Very good.
What we got next? Just to quickly add on to that one as well. I think. Sorry, I just remembered something. We did originally do. I don't know if anyone here actually remembers it. We originally done our applications, didn't we? Oh, you dickhead! Someone got me. We did originally do applications for like the support roles or the mod roles, but we felt we chatted and we felt like it was probably better to just watch the community and get our own feel from people, because I think you get a more true kind of image of what someone's like. So if you do want to be a mod or support, just keep helping people, doing good things for the community, and we'll contact you basically.
Exactly.
Right, next question. So I just want to throw that in there because people keep asking like where they apply and stuff, and it's just easier to let them know it's not really like an application process yet. I think we can't. What the hell happened there? I think we've kind of done this one. I think you've kind of fixed this one in the last few weeks, but you might want to expand on it. It just says, any plans to slowly get away from the gemstone items to get away from the current repetitive grind?
Easy answer. Yes. Every intention to get away from them. It's been said by some people. I'll say it again. Put it on the record. The gem armor is meant to be in between. I'll like respawn turn. It is not meant to be the main progression path, but something you do to fill in. You know, you're doing Slayer, you get some components, you can craft a piece where maybe you've gone dry on a BCP. So you're like, okay, cool, I'm gonna craft a diamond body, you know? It's not meant to be the thing that everybody does to climb through the ranks. And what we're trying to do is add more things in between. Like you can see that Kraken bridges the gap a bit for melee and mage with the Trident and the Abyssal Tentacle, where you get some new tier 85 legendary weapons, or tier 90 if you upgrade the staff for mages, which means that, you know, your path is not, you go to Aram, you get your Aram staff, and then you start doing Sapphire Beast. You don't need to do that. You can start killing Kraken, get yourself a Trident, and that'll boost you up a lot. And maybe then you can go to God Wars, you know? You got a strong weapon, you got a lot of accuracy, you can fight Krill, you can get your Dagon-High, which is, you know, another update which was intended to fill that gap a bit. So, yes, I guess.
Awesome. The next question would be, really, what made you want to start an RSPS, and why is it OSRS based?
Great question. So a bit of history. I am 27. When I was 15, I made a RuneScape private server called Diltankscape, and it was a straight copy paste. You know, I changed some stuff. I did a bit of Photoshop, made the client look a bit better, but I didn't know what the hell I was doing. But that was my first, you know, venture into programming, which actually got me into programming as my career. Fast forward, you know, 5 to 10 years, it's always on the back of my mind, like, fuck, that was a lot of fun. You know, I had a lot of fun interacting with the community, you know, playing a game where you have the power to change it to be better, you know, in the way that you think is better. It's just amazing. So it was always on the back of my mind for like my entire, well, even before I was in uni, and then I got my first job, and the entire time I'm like, I would fucking love to run a RuneScape private server. And I tried a few times and failed. Mostly due to just like motivation and time. You know, it's actually really fucking difficult to get into it. It's not like other things where you have millions of other people doing it and a huge amount of knowledge on the internet. There's a lot of knowledge, but it's also kind of hard to filter through it and know what the right thing is. Why a OSRS base? Well, I mean, what I wanted was a game that is clean, you know, looks professional, I'm able to do everything that I want to it, and I'm not relying on other people's stuff to be able to push out content. And there are a lot of bases out there that are not OSRS. Like, all the 317 servers with the fucking lava gear, lava weapons, fucking Pikachus and Luigis, they come pre-baked with all this content. I want to stay well clear of that. I mean, I'm sure you can tell by the lack of the lack of all of those NPCs. There's no Gokus here, no AK-47s.
Got it.
And so, yeah, got it. I was looking for a base that was clean. I was looking for a code base that I could be productive on. I found RSmod, which is written in Kotlin, which is a programming language that I've been using for the past 6-7 years. So it felt like, hey, cool. There's not a bunch of stuff in here already, but it's a really good base for me to be able to build on top of. There's a lot more potential. So yeah, and the ability to upgrade the revision, just change the way that you're sending the data between the client and the server and change the cache. It's for me to get TOA, I can leverage a lot of the existing things that Jagex have done, like use a lot of the models without needing to fuck around with like, hey, I need to make this 317 compatible or whatever. Sorry, I'm rambling now. Yeah, that's about that.
Nice little backstory.
I will say I am fighting for dildo swords. That's not happening though. I'm sorry.
Yeah, these are my DMs every day about it. He keeps sending me concept art.
Real life pictures. They sell them in the shop. Right, this next one is a bit of a long one, but I'll let you kind of listen and see if you can figure out a good answer to it. Right. Is there any kind of ETA on when classes will have their more specific abilities? Mage being able to buff/heal others, Rangers being best in slot DPS and being able to place traps, Fighters being able to taunt bosses and tank out them for others, etc. Basically more specific abilities for classes.
Is there any ETA? So as I said before, I'm trying to do my best to take the most important thing at the time. And if it's a tactical solution where I just bridge the gap a little bit to give a bit of value while I work on other things, then I'll take that path. Like you've seen that I've added in burns for. I should stop fucking spawning tyrants. This is so many XP tokens.
Oh no, I've got about 18.
Fuck, what was I saying? Right, I added in burns for fire spells. I would love to, I've always wanted, ever since I added in combat specs, is for mages to have their own spellbook and add in a bunch of custom shit there. Like, fuck, you can, like, summoning would be, okay, I say summoning, I mean, like, thralls, like, necromancy type thing would be really cool. Healing other people, I think, would be really cool. Mages being a really versatile choice for, being able to fill a lot of gaps, AoE damage, healing, buffing, whatnot, not being the best in slot DPS, like the question said, range being that sort of thing, where melee are more tanky. That would be the end goal. Is there an ETA on it? No, but if people are, really keen for that to be the next thing, obviously we have achievements, but I want to hear it from the community, like fucking shout it out so that we know what exactly it is that people want, because that's a big factor that goes into deciding what comes next. Certain things I'll make my own decisions around. I can see that this is imbalanced and I'll work on that. Whether there's a bug here that needs to be fixed right now, and I'll work on that. But the community desire is a big factor in the equation.
It's another balancing thing though, isn't it? Like you said earlier, it's, you can make range best DPS, and then obviously the melee being more of like the tank and taunting kind of setup, and then mage being utility. But then the people that look to solo bosses will then complain that they have to be range, and it's kind of like a big balancing thing to make sure no one's super unhappy that their favourite class is now more of a utility class than a class that can solo a boss, and
Definitely.
difficult.
Yeah, and so I wouldn't want to take away, like, mages can hold their own in combat right now. I don't want to take that away, but I think there are ways to tweak the content such that they can be specialists in certain areas, but also a jack of all trades. If that's the way you want to play. Okay, I gotta stop tiring.
Yeah.
All right. Saya, you want to go next?
Awesome. Yeah, of course. What is your opinion on adding stuff from RS3, or do you want to avoid it?
Adding stuff from RS3. My opinion is
They use an example like magic notepaper.
I have no fucking idea what that is. Do you know what it is?
Yeah, I was gonna say I've not got a clue either.
It notes your items automatically.
Oh.
That's cool.
I guess generally speaking, my thoughts are RS3 have done a lot of good things. They've done a lot of they've made some interesting choices which I don't necessarily agree with, but there are definitely a lot of things that make the game more fun, which I do enjoy. I've always wanted to play RuneScape 3 a bit more, because I think they have done a good job. There's some cool stuff there, and I think there are a lot of things where we already have taken inspiration from it. What have we done? I know there's I haven't done it yet, but I think there's a herbicide or seedicide or something where instead of it going to your bank, you would charge us with skilling tokens. It consumes the item and gives you XP in herblore or farming or whatever it be. I think we should take all of the best ideas from the best games and apply them in the way that makes sense for August. And that last part is the very key thing, copy pasting good ideas in a shit way will make it a shit idea, So still gotta do it right, but I'd love to take inspiration from other games. Oh yeah, look, yeah, I mean, Natalie said in the chat, mining and smithing. Fuck, it's so shit in old school RuneScape. So I took the RS3 path of Rune Knight's level 40. You need 40 defense to wear it, you need fucking 40 smithing to craft it. That was objectively a good idea and a big hole in OSRS in my opinion, so I'd love to take RS3's lead there.
I'll crack on with another one, sorry, I went quiet then. I'll kind of merge these next two into one because I feel like they can just be answered together to save a little bit of time. It's when will Serb be introduced, and is there any more plans for endgame content beyond Poseidon raids?
When will Serb be introduced? Probably pretty soon. I think it's a natural follower. We've got Kraken now. We've already got the Serb boots already exist. They have stats. The thing that I don't want to do is exactly the same Serb fight as an OSRS. And I know there's value in, taking the mechanics that people are familiar with. But I think Serb might be a good place where there's room for improvement with some more interesting mechanics. I don't know if you've seen Kraken, but maybe I'll go to Kraken. It's a little bit different. It's got the same sort of feel. It's a magic boss. It's in the water. It's pretty chill, but I've done it a little bit differently. I think Serb would be another opportunity for that. Not taking away from the original vibe of the boss, but still making it.
I think Kraken was a really good take on that. It's the same boss, but quite easy mechanics, but different. It just makes it a bit more fun to fight.
Yeah, so I'd like to do a bit of that. The second part of the question was about in-game stuff past the Poseidon fucking Olympian raids. I want to finish the Olympian raids first. There's a big gap there where we don't have a in-game melee set. And so some of what you've seen in the sneak peeks are starting to fill that gap in the background. We've done a bit of concept art working with our concept artist Midjourney, the AI bot, in our Discord. You can't see it, and that's been really good. We've got our really good guy on the modeling, so that's gonna help a lot get us there. Past those raids, definitely. I I would like to carry on with the Greek mythology. I think that generally the storyline's pretty cool, and it would be nice to work more story into the game. But generally speaking, yes, more content everywhere. You know, I want to fill the earlier gaps first because that's a bit more pressing given the where the actual players are at. I don't want to be making content for only 2 people to be able to play and then have everybody else just farm gem beasts the whole time. But there's so much room for expansion, so much room. I don't know, things will get hard. There will be more raids. It'll make you fucking sweat. It'll give you carpal tunnel. It'll be great.
I love that. I can't wait to whoop Hercules' ass.
Yes, dude. Fuck yeah.
So we have about 15 minutes left, and we got 20 questions. So I think we're gonna have to pick and choose some of them, but I think there are a few in here that are really important.
We'll just go for them quick as well, I reckon. If we start answering them quick and not waiting. What's the next one? Go on, you go.
The next question is, what kind of factors do you take into consideration when changing, especially nerfing, existing content?
What kind of fuck? How can I give a quick answer for this? That's a big question.
It was kind of already answered in one of the ones before, so...
Yeah. Generally speaking, so at a high level, I think about... So one of the things is, like, item rarity, right? Coming into releasing an update, I think about, this is roughly how long I think people should spend, not taking into account people going dry and shit, of course, doing this content where it won't feel awful by the time you get there. It should, there's a chance for a big fucking pog drop. You get regular progress towards the end goal. And so when I see things getting absolutely pissed into the game, let's take the gem rocks as an example. People were getting onyxes out their ass, and that was clearly a situation that I needed to deal with by reducing the chances, because tier 105 onyx armor and weapons, which are really strong, were becoming far too easy to obtain because of the onyxes. And so that means that my small gem rocks update was affecting pretty much the entire PVM part of the game. Even the skilling part. So the PVM part of the game, because it means that you can get a really strong weapon really easily. Maybe not easily, but a lot easier than intended, which means that you can breeze through content and get all of the other gear a lot easier. And it affected skilling, because then all of a sudden, everybody is mining fucking gem rocks, and that's it. And nobody else is mining anything else. Nobody else is doing any other skills, because right now, onyxes are really valuable, and they're getting pissed out by these rocks. So I nerfed it. When it comes to drop rates for items, it's the exact same thing. I don't hold anything against any particular players. It might look like it, but I keep an eye on the server, the items that come in, the existing sinks for items, like failing to craft items and whatever, tolls for things. And I try to think about exactly that thing of, what was the intention for how long this should take? Where is it sitting right now? There is a margin for error there, which is fine. Like, if it was close, then probably just leave it. But if things are obviously wildly unbalanced, that people progress unreasonably fast through content, then I think it should be changed. And I, reserve the right to be able to do that, so that the game doesn't die within the first month. Which
any rebalances are always going to upset someone, aren't they? That's the thing.
Exactly. Yeah. And so, we've got to deal with a bit of backlash, but I think for the most part, the decisions that have been made, not all of them, have been very much for the best and executed in a reasonable manner. And if they're not, I joke about the riots, but, if I fuck something up, riot away, use your voice. We've got a community Discord for exactly that. I have the power to change things in one way. I have the power to change it back if I do a fuck up. So just bear with me as I try to do my best to do this and work with the team to make sure I do them the right way.
All right. This one I'm going to answer quick. It just says, has anyone been banned yet? No need to name any names. Yes, a handful of people. Do you have any plans to keep updating the server for the duration of the year? What would stop you from working on it?
Do I have plans to keep on working on it? Yes. What would stop me from working on it? What would stop me from working on it? Burnout would be one thing. I'm doing my best to mitigate that. Obviously, I work a full-time job. I don't plan to stop working on it because I have a full-time job. I mean, I've been working on it for, like, really heavily for the past year, balancing it with my job. What would stop me from doing it? Fucking Jagex would stop me from doing it. If I got to see
Someone said Diablo 4.
Diablo 4. Diablo 4 does stop me for a little bit. I think you guys can understand. You know, I'm having a bit of fun, having a bit of a break. But I have every intention to keep on working on it. As you know, as much as I reasonably can. You know, I got a wife, I got a family, you know, people around me, I got friends, I gotta not be in my basement 24/7. But you know, this along with expanding the team, should make it a lot easier.
Cool.
I think
Next probably, yeah.
Yeah, I like these next two because I think you have a strong opinion on it. But what is your view of the RSPS scene, and have you had any RSPSs that you really looked at and liked, and any that you've looked at and been like, this is absolute shit?
What's my opinion on the RSPS scene? I think that the RuneScape private server community have been deprived to some extent of really thoughtfully crafted game development, things that are kind of like a real game. You know, we're in 2023 and people are still copy pasting servers. I think that there's a really low barrier to entry for someone who's just an ideas man to come in, take some source code, pay someone $50 to get a server up and running, and then, you know, rename it and put up a shop and whatever. And it confuses me that people still flock to these games. Although I did do it myself as well. You know, there's a huge hole where I felt like, you know, I would jump from RSPS to RSPS. I'd play it for a week, you know, it would be fun. Then find out, like, you know, for whatever reason, it's not something I want to invest so much more of my time into. I think that the state of RSPS YouTube is interesting. A lot of people are all about quantity, not about quality. Each to their own. I'm about quality here. I want to be able to support the creators properly to actually make things that people want to watch, for them to make content that they themselves want to watch. I'm not just about, you know, I fucking joke about it all the time, but, you know, like, hey, it's all the first 3 minutes of the video is, hey, join my Discord, fucking like add me on Snapchat, fucking subscribe to YouTube, blah 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 blah, like talking about all these things you got to do. The giveaway is this, and then every single comment on the video is just IGN this, IGN that. Like, fuck that. I mean, giveaways are cool. A bunch of bots. Fuck, a lot of people bot their comments. They bot their subscribers. You know, it's just inflated statistics that make them look good, but in reality, they're playing a shit server and they're making shit content. And so I don't want that. I don't want to support those creators. I want to support the creators that actually, you know, give a fuck about it. I want to make something that's good, and I'll do that any day.
Well, we've got a bunch of creators at the minute that aren't all massive on YouTube, but they all seem to really care and actually want to play it. Like,
yes,
like, I'm not going to name names, but there's like, what, we got like 4 or 5, and all of them are like, they actually seem to want to play the game. You see them playing the game without even being live because they're enjoying it. It's not all just getting content and money for them, and that's what we want.
Exactly, yeah. I want to, you know, I want it to be my job to make a game that people want to play and a game that people want to show off, and then support the people who want to, you know, help grow the community as best as I can.
Yeah, and I just want to add that if any of you out there want to make content and want to go live and do things, like, we would love to support you. And if you reach out to me, I would love to talk to you and help you, even if you're not a big creator, give you a jump start, do whatever we can to help the community.
That's it. Right. Oh, it's Sear's turn. Is it Sear's turn? Oh no, it's my turn. Are we done with that question? Sorry, I can't remember the full question. Was that it?
I'm not sure.
Yeah, we can skip the last part.
Yeah.
You don't got to say your favorite or least favorite RSPS.
Oh, I'll just name some that I took inspiration from. I played a lot of Lunite. Fuck, I can't remember the other one, but there's one where you like mine lava ores. I really like that. I played Near Reality a fuck ton. You know, like earlier on, like early on. You know, the lava whip, the lime whip. That's why we have a lime whip in game. Is because that's such a nostalgic thing for me. The Near Reality lime whip. Fucking beautiful. Oh my god, the HVP.
I think one of our first conversations were just us showing nostalgic pictures of us playing Near Reality.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Alright. Next question.
The next one is pretty much, if you could add one thing to the server as big as possible that didn't require any coding, what would you add?
Oh, fuck. That didn't require any coding, so I'd want some bang for my buck there. Something that's complex. Fuck, that's a good question.
I can really like to shut everyone up.
Renlight's up there. I'd probably take TOA, to be honest. TOA with the whole scaling system, the partying, all the mechanics, the maps, you know, the drops. I think that would be really fucking cool. That's some big bang for buck right there. You know, TOB and COX I can do, that's fine. But TOA was something that's next level. I really think OSR
is TOA raids free?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I've not ever played that one, but yeah, that's a good shout. Go on, see ya. Give him one.
I'm lost. I'm trying to find where we just were. Oh, there we go. What is one change the community wanted this? What? Oh, what is one change the community wanted that surprised you?
Oh shit. Oh fuck, that's a hard one.
For this as well. I'm sure there's one we spoke about, and we was like, I'm surprised everyone wanted that.
Trying to find the suggestions channel. Oh my god.
Yeah, I think more content this quickly. Y'all are grinders.
Actually, yeah, that's a good point. I say it all the time. Like, what the fuck? Why is everyone sitting at Arams getting 10k KC doing this shit? Or like, Ligma's got like fucking 10,000 Onyx Beast KC. That's the shit I never expected to happen. Showing drop rates, yeah, I kind of expected that one, to be honest. It's just something I kind of take a hard stance against. Fuck, what else? A change that I'm surprised by. Let me look through my Trello board of what I've done.
Removing tax, but that's not one that's not that surprised. No one likes paying tax.
Yeah.
While you're looking, should we just go to the next question quick?
Yeah, sure. Yeah.
We got 4 minutes. Are you more focused on people having fun or game integrity and making sure the server lasts a long time? So fun or longevity, basically. Both, really.
Yeah, it's a hard balance, you know? I want people to have fun without the game being shit. I think there's a place where there's really good longevity and there's really good content, and people have a lot of fun doing it. I don't think that they're directly conflicting things. It may seem that way because what happens is there's a nerf for the sake of longevity that impacts people's fun because nobody likes things being taken away from them. But what I'd like to try and do is stop taking away the fun as much as I can, get things right the first time, you know, have a lot of people in the beta testing group of people, make sure we get things balanced the first time so we don't need to do that. And I think it would be, you know, we've got the right people in the right seats using their brains to make sure that things are not completely out of whack. So we'll just continue to get better at that over time. My answer is both. I care deeply about fun and I care deeply about longevity of the game.
I thought that might be the answer. It's one of them ones that seems like the obvious answer, but it's also quite complex at the same time, which is strange. But yeah, both.
Hopefully reassuring to people.
Yeah. Right, let's go. What's the next one? We've got a few minutes.
I think a big one is, will you ever add Pack Yak to the donator store?
Oh shit.
Or will they retain it?
We'll just pick and choose a few questions now, just the last few. I reckon the best ones.
I'll say, never say never. If people want it, I'll have to do it in a way that doesn't devalue the early game players who, supported the server early. Of course, I did the thing with the dog. It was a bit of an awkward situation, but, I don't think that the people who got it early felt hard done by it being available again, because at the end of the day, they got it way fucking cheaper than everybody else. And yeah, I mean, I haven't heard any kickback from them. So I'm open for discussion, for sure.
How long until? Have you thought of any more yet, Sarah? Out of these that I'm just going through now.
I think another one is accomplishment capes. Do you think we'll ever have them? Max capes and prestige capes, whatever else it might be.
Yes. Yeah, one day. Yes, definitely. I would love them. I think that, being able to look at somebody and see that they've accomplished this or that is really important. Slayer helmets and achievement diaries, how that works would be a core part of that. Prestiging is an easy one. I think capes are the obvious slot where you could put things. I have every intention to, yes. The thing I was most surprised by that people wanted is an easier tutorial island. I just realized.
Oh, Jesus Christ. How'd you follow a path, guys?
Yeah, fuck. Oh my god.
I've got a question I get asked quite a lot, actually. Is there any plan to add more capes to the game, such as skill capes? People are fed up, basically, of pretty much a fire cape being there, one of the first capes.
Yes. I think more variation outside of skill capes and outside of the existing capes would be good. Major Arena 2 capes, fucking whatever else we have, other higher tiered capes that you can work towards. With the new melee raid boss, expect a new cape with that. I have every intention to, yes. Skill capes, yes. Prestige capes, yes. Achievements, yes. I would love to.
Oh, can I quickly say one thing? I don't know if he's in it, but Wayne just donated $200 worth of bonds for me to do as a giveaway in the next probably 40. I'll do the giveaway straight after the stream. It is 3 lots of $5, 3 lots of 25, 2 lots of 50, and 1 10. So that'll be 6, 8, 9 giveaways. We'll do all at once.
Thank you, Wayne. What a champion. Really appreciate it.
Yeah, thank you.
You know what? I'll fucking double it up. I'll double it up. I'll match you on that. We can make the giveaways beefy. Beefier. They're already beefy.
So it's going to go from 3 to basically from 200 to 400. So it'll be 18 winners in total, yeah?
Yeah, sounds good.
All right.
Let's get it going.
I'll post up after this.
Yeah, let's do it. Let's say, hey, first month of August, fucking celebration. We're doing great. Big giveaway.
I've got the bonds in my bank anyway, so if you're happy with that, I'll just chuck them in from my bank so I don't have to come trade you and stuff.
Sounds good. What was that, Saya?
There's 18 people in here, so I'm impressed. 18, that's a great number.
You'll get a bond.
All right, we better cut it off. I gotta get going. Thank you so much, everybody who came and tuned in live. It will be available, the recording. You can see the chat. If you got more questions, if you want another Q&A session, we can fucking make it happen. Joey can open up another forum. I'm sure we missed a lot of questions. Hopefully it's been valuable for you. It's been valuable for me. Thanks for playing August. It's my dream project. I fucking appreciate all of you.
Been amazing. If we do more questions, we'll start a new forum because we did get through most of the main ones anyway. So yeah, I think we're all good.
All right. Peace out, everyone.
Awesome. Good luck grinding.
Tom.
All right. Catch up. Stream's over. Nice. Thank you guys. Really fucking appreciate it. It fucking flew by. Fucking Wayne dropped
Yeah,
$600 in
okay.
the middle of that. I saw the notification. I'm like, what the fuck?
He messaged me. He was like, "Oh, after Q&A, can you just host a giveaway for some bonds?" And he goes, "Oh, it's 190." He goes, "Actually, no, I'm adding another 10." So I was like, "You sure?" He's like, "Yeah." I was like, "All right." So then he just traded me it. I was like, "Cool." So I redeemed it and bought a load of shit.
The champion.
Awesome.
No, they're all in my venture. I just pulled out double it just to make it to the 400. So it's
Yeah.
easier to work out. But cool. I'll post that in a minute. Then I'll do it as all separate giveaways as well.
Wow.
I'll